things like this bother me because that's physically dangerous. That could hurt someone. It could hurt somebody on the hand crank, or it could break the Bendix off the starter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the most famous YouTuber in the world that no one has ever heard of. Okay, it is the next morning. Haven't touched it. Everything's all still the same. It didn't heal itself last night, but let's see what happens. Okay, still dead. Okay, why? I have no idea. But I'm going to show you what I found. If you look right in there, if I can hold the camera steady enough so that I can zoom in on it, like that, there is rust under the black paint. So I'm cleaning that up. I hit it a little bit with that, but I'm going to get in there with a wire brush. I'm going to clean that up and we're going to see what happens. As you can see, I started to clean it up. I did this side already, and I put a lock washer under it. You can see where I nicked the paint a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna do that next. Okay, so now my theory here is, and it's just a theory, but the rust under the paint must extend through the hole. So the inside of that hole is probably rusty as well, because there was no paint on the inside of the hole. So we've got these two done with lock washers. We're still going to do the bottom ones. I ground both of these down to bare metal. I tried to get inside a little bit because this is hanging on these screws. So there should be contact across the screw all the way through. Like I said in the last video, the electricity comes out in here and then out this brush to this plate, which is screwed to this body, which is screwed to the engine, and that should be enough of a ground. Why it only misbehaved half the time is a mystery to me. You would think a bad ground would be a bad ground or a good ground, but this clearly works sometimes. But that was definitely contributing to the problem, I'm sure. All right, you ready? Let's try it. Sounds good to me. I'll do the bottom ones. I'll do the bottom ones next, and I might put a strap from this screw, the one underneath, to the frame as well, just to give it a little extra chance. I can't get to my supplies right now. It's currently pouring out, so once I get to my supplies, I'll run a fat wire from here to the frame, and hopefully that'll be the end of this problem, because I'm sick of it. I'm very, very, very tired of having to deal with that. Okay, well, it worked that time I pulled the trigger. Doesn't mean it's going to work the next time I pull the trigger. But we'll see. Yeah, the starter guy noticed the last video I did with the ohm meter, and he said that's not good. That's showing it's a bad ground. So how a bad ground works sometimes is beyond me, but there you go. Now we can get back to how I can get back to paid work instead of warranty work. I can't keep working for free, that's for sure. Not yet. Not yet. Though that is the plan. So if you guys watch these videos and share them out and get us on the map. I will start working for free. As long as if we get some sponsors, paying sponsors, I will be offering labor for free. But I need views to get to that point, and we're not there yet. There's the key on. There you have it. A lot of work in progress. I'm going to do this. This rod here does not reach. A little bit short. Down to little things. And I looked it up in this there are holes in the frame. Should be. Yep, I can feel it. You're missing a bracket here. Definitely missing a bracket. I just looked it up. Langs has it. Framed firewall bracket is missing. So I'm hoping that that'll bring this up so that this will turn right, because that's not turning. Okay, if things look like we're going backwards, it's because this is the Friday before Christmas, so it's what, the 20th, 2021, must be the 21st. Anyway, I talked to the gentleman that was looking for parts, as you saw in the, when did I put that out? Last Thursday, that video. And he's looking for this arm, which has an F on it after we've cleaned it up. It is a little bit loose here, but this shaft was tight in this housing before I cleaned it. Wish I could describe the smell to you. Yeah, the shaft itself is alright. Not bad. Anyway, I agreed, it's been on long enough, I agreed to send him this. This is what he thinks he's getting. But, given that it's the holiday season, the season of giving, I've decided I'm also going to look for that. I know, I'm squirrel, right? Yep, I didn't throw it away. Alright, good. I'm also going to send him the rest of the stuff. There's a gasket he can either reuse or use as a pattern. Don't know if he needs it or not, but there it is. And this is garbage, but this little plate that's on here could be useful if he decides to make another one. So I'm sending that too. I'm even gonna, if I can get it out, I'm even gonna throw that pin in. This could be important. That's not important, but we're gonna give it anyway. Okay, so that's everything out of that box. I'm also going to give him the body that I have washed. I am going to give him the bowl because this is a fairly decent looking one. Let's take a look. There's another one in there. I'm just gonna, oh, that's what the pin's for. The pin's for the needle and seat. Also going to give him this one. And the reason being, he says he restores carburetors, and this was the arm that was on the one that he was looking for parts for. So that's going to go in the box, and this one as well. This one has a different style arm. This is steel and it's a little bit shorter, so maybe he wants to use that one. I don't know. But it's all going in the box. I think I've said it before. If I haven't, I'm going to say it now. The goal of this channel is to give stuff away whether it's a little bit of labor to help somebody out, or it's parts that I'll probably never use. The goal is to get YouTube to pay for the parts or services so we can promote the hobby. We're going to share knowledge. We're going to promote the hobby. And if I'm going to send a flat rate box cross country, it's going to be full. So with that being said, I'm going to tape that up. I'm going to take that to the post office now. I don't know when this is going to air. This car might be all together again, but I can't publish this video until he gets it because it's supposed to be a surprise. So here's the current as of right now. Abby's supposed to come in 2 days. The starter is supposed to arrive tomorrow. And just for giggles, it's still dead. So if you haven't watched the video series on this, we're up to episode 33, possibly 34. There's a whole lot of drama. Go back to episode 1, grab the playlist, binge watch them all. The best thing you can do to help the channel so that I can do more things like that on a larger scale, I would love to rebuild an engine and just give it to somebody. But I need sponsors for that. YouTube views, the ad revenue amounts to about $2 a video, and that's not going to pay for a $10,000 engine. So if you want to help, watch the videos, share the videos, and if you are watching this from a corporate marketing agency, we're looking for paid sponsors. Okay, this is all topped off, ready to go back in the car, waiting for a starter, and I need to go to the post office. So let's see how that goes. Or this could be the end of the video, because I'm not going to say any more about this until it's received. Stay tuned, I guess. One crisis down, next crisis up. Okay, so the general rule of thumb for Model Ts with regular timers on them, this is an Anderson timer, so it could be a little different, is 2.5 inches, which is there. Now I've looked down the hole. I brought it to where I wanted it, and it was 2 3/4, somewhere in there. That's how far off our rod is. So I need to... Jeez. This was like fully advanced. So anyway, we gotta take this off. I gotta get creative. I need to save this space here because the radiator hose comes in, so I'm gonna have to take some of this curve out up here, I think, if I can get it out again. Brand new, still got the paper on it. See if we're in the ballpark. Nope, still too short. Problem is if I bend it too much, the possibility of hitting here. So I think what I'm going to do is try and straighten out just this piece here. That's crazy. It's crazy. That's better, but we ain't there yet. I gotta put a bend in here too, apparently. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't think I'm gonna get any more out of this anyway. Welding an extension on. See, now that's the borderline. I'll have to go all the way around again to get to top dead center on this. I was just there. If I advance this, it should go down or fall out. There's always that possibility. Oh, I got a little more. Okay. I got a little more out of it. Just need a little love. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now where are we? On the inchometer. 3 inches. That can't be right. Okay, round and round and round we go. I need to get this piston back up on top dead center compression stroke. And then watch it. We'll get it. I'll definitely get it. I'll share where we end up. Okay. I'm using light on the end because it's got to go in the hole. And right now, I don't expect you can see this, but we're at the point where the piston is up and it's starting to hover. Now, it should not be firing here. So let's see what happens. Okay. It should not be firing yet. So we need to go. It's so close. So close. It shouldn't fire until it starts to go down. So if I grab this again, and this is tough on a stiff engine. I look down the hole, I can see the piston. It just started to go down. That's where I want it. 2 5/8. Actually want it at 2 inches. 2.5, I mean. So there's 2.5 because you don't want this thing to kick. That's where I need it to be. And that's how much rod I've got. So the timer rod is too short. And I am of the opinion that it is not going to clear here. So apparently I need to make my own rod. Brand new. Paper's still on it. The guy just bought this thing. No good. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut this end off. I'm going to put that arch back in it so it's up here. And then when my welder gets here, that you guys know nothing about, because it's a secret. I think we're going to put a piece right in here. What a pain. How? Now, I compared this to another timer, thinking maybe this tab was on the wrong spot. It's not. It's right where it needs to be. So this rod is no good. I gotta put, what is that, almost an inch. Okay, it's a 1/2 inch. It's a 1/2 inch too short. Oh, okay, it's a 1/2 inch too short, even after I flattened it out. I know all I do is complain. Wah, wah, wah. But when you buy something like this, it's supposed to fit. You expect it to fit. And when it doesn't fit, it's annoying. And this nonsense adds up. All this nonsense adds up because it takes time for me to fix it. If they had just made the rod right to begin with, I wouldn't have to fix it. But now, look how far out this one is. Oop. Apparently I'm making sparks here. Look how far out that one is. If I had just thrown that back on and said, yay, it's all good, watch this. And this is pretty much where it was. That's an 1.5 inches too short. 1.5 inches. So if I had just thrown this on and then gone out the door, this would be almost to the next cylinder. Because we have, this is just nuts. We have 2.5 inches. So this was fully advanced. When I started this, it was fully advanced. When I thought it was retarded. So if we were using this, and I had that lever down that much off the stop where it is now, it's all the way up now, that could have kicked back and broken my arm. You know, that's things like this bother me because that's physically dangerous. That could hurt someone. It could hurt somebody on the hand crank, or it could break the Bendix off the starter. There's no, I don't understand why this is the way it is, because it shouldn't be. This is nuts. All right, I think when I put that piece in, I'm going to make it 1 inch longer instead of a 1/2 inch. I might even go 2 inches and put that curve right back in there. I might put it in down here and then just put that curve back. We'll see. But that's where it needs to be. And coincidentally, everybody on the forums is saying, "Oh, you can't, because you can't be right because it's an Anderson timer." That is the center of this post. They make a tool for this, but I'm too cheap to buy it. The center of the post is right there. And then this is saying I want it even a little bit more retarded because that's it. Two and 5/8. So this was at 3 and 5/8 before. I actually want this. It's being pushed onto the engine, so it's a little stiff. Right. Let's pull on it. Right there. That's where I want it. And if it ain't right, I can just put some more bend in this, but I can't put I can't put 3/4 of an inch extra by bending this. There's no way that's going to happen. I mean, look how far out it is. That's insane. And remind me I put them there, so I don't spend another half hour looking for it like I just did. My other issue is this U-joint right here. If you can see that or not, it won't turn. So we're binding up like this angle's too sharp or something. We're on the frame. We're on the frame of we're on the body here, so I can't raise it up, and we're coming out the right hole, so I can't raise that up. And if I wanted to raise it up, I could raise it up a little bit, but not much. I think it's supposed to be touching that. That's why I'm wondering if there's supposed to be something in here to raise this body up. I don't think so. What is going on here? Isn't there supposed to be a... What is going on? It's right. Every time I look at this thing, it's something new. Isn't there supposed to be a mount from here to here? I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be something in these holes mounted to the frame to hold the front end of this thing up. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I don't do a lot of coupes, but I get the feeling this body is too low. I mean, it's... Alright, we got a gap here. Okay. It tightens up. And we got no gap here. I'm almost 90% sure that there's supposed to be a frame, a mount on that goes up, and it should be a gap like this. Look on the other side. There's actually a wallow in here, because if this was down over here, the door wouldn't open. See, there's a gap there too, but it goes away towards the back. Let's check this side. Okay. Let me adjust you. Hopefully that's better. Okay, we're touching here. We got a gap here, not like the other side. We got an 1/8 of an inch gap here. I could get my hand in on the other side. Huh. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why that rod doesn't turn. Looks like we're missing some stuff. I'll see. If I find a picture, I'll put it up. But it looks like we're missing some body mounts on the front of this thing. I wonder... And if I'm not pointing my head in the right direction, I really apologize. There's no screen on this camera, so it's all guesswork. I'm wondering if there's supposed to be a block of wood under here, and I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a thing off the frame that goes up. I might even have some. Because why else would there'd be a slotted hole and then that round hole at the top. I'm thinking the whole nose of this thing is lower than it's supposed to be, because there should be no gap here. This rod should be almost riding on. That's why they made that dent, because the rod fits in there. And we put the tank back in, maybe a hair off to the side, but this thing is all tweaked and bent up to begin with. So I don't know. And it looks to me, let's see if that tank's separate. I mean, it looks like it's centered. This is crazy. It just keeps getting crazier and crazier. I mean, is this supposed to be way, way down like that? I mean, it can't be too far off, because if it was, that wouldn't line up. Or would it? Maybe that's what's keeping this down. I still haven't put this bracket back in, but you see the gap there? That should. And if we go up, is it going to make that worse, or is it going to make it better? It might actually make it better if that is raised half an inch. It would increase the angle, maybe. I don't know. What do we got going on here? Oh, we got a leak. Looks like it's coming out of here. Okay. Is that our only leak? If that's our only leak, I'm happy. We can fix that. I mean, I would have to guess that we're missing something here. It's quite the mystery. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not. You see the gap? This rod should be up inside that. So I either need to drill a new hole up there, which I don't think is going to do it. Or figure something else out. Can't go over. There's a gas tank in the way. Like that yellow 25 that was in here. He had the mixture knob go out, hit a U-joint, and then go down. But that doesn't look like it's an option here with the gas tank in the way. Something's missing. The mystery coupe. Do we need to rename this? We don't have to rename this, do we? The Chicken Coupe Mystery Machine. Okay, I'm going to go have some lunch. Now that I have some semblance of where the timing is supposed to be, I cannot believe it was. I can't believe how far out that was. That was nuts. Go cook myself a late lunch, I think. Hey, it is pouring out right now. Why can't I get that on? It's pretty, but pretty cold is what it is. Keep forgetting I have this. Well, this should be easy to measure. The other one, If I can get this in here. Appears to me like that is 6.5 inches. So the front end of that chicken coop is a 1/2 inch lower than it should be. Okay. And I have no lights. This is going to be double fun. My battery's in the coop. And put it now. Oh, there's the brackets I need. That one goes to the left. Okay. Okay, here is our brand new, never used. No, that's a Ford script. He must have made a new shaft for it. That must have been what it was. Brackets. I hear moaning. I hear moaning. Okay, so this bracket is supposed to go in here. Like that. It looks like they're a 1/2 inch too low. If I measured right, we'll measure again. I'd say 1/4 to a 1/2. Yeah, I'd say 1/4. I'm guessing that's going to come up a 1/4 of an inch. Which means I need to unbolt it from back there. I think it's time. I wonder what that was. I think it's time we go back. Now that we've got the starter problem solved. I'm sorry, did I not show that? Oh, that thing's heavy. I can put this back in my... Hang on. Holy cow. Now I can put that back in my storage unit. So I can have some lights. And if you think I'm struggling to put this in and out again, after all that, you're crazy. We got to make a go handle. What I'll do is put this here. Nope. Start on this side maybe. That'll work. Do a little reinforcing here. Look at a little sticky in there, so let's get rid of that. That wasn't supposed to happen. No more sticky. I need a bigger garage. I need a bigger garage. Okay, so I looked at my Maybe he just made a new shaft. Maybe that was the deal. Because this one has Ford Script 73 on it. And I was told that this was new, so I think maybe it was just the new shaft that they made. I don't know. I don't know. I was told it was new. Paid a lot of money for it. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Go handles is a complicated thing to make. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Still nursing an elbow injury from this car. But at least we can... What in the... I think I've got some inferior duct tape here. Starting to rip. Can't have an inferior go handle. Okay. No more nonsense. No more shenanigans from you. Uh-oh. Forgot to take my board out. Let's get complicated. Okay. There we go. Now we're all too low again. That's the way it was. So shall it be. Take our hammer here, we gotta get good connections. Okay. You don't want to go too many. You get too many bangs in there and then it I don't know, I'm just pulling crap out of my butt right now. I'm still expecting a welder. Apparently that's going to be Friday. It is currently, what day is it? Monday. It is Monday the 23rd. We got 2 days till Christmas. Abby couldn't make it yesterday, so I had to do that on my own. I smell gas. Wonderful leak. Oh, speaking of leaks, I got to do a little. We got a little leak in this corner here. Oh, I thought that was going to be loose. It was loose. Okay, hopefully that takes care of that leak. Now we do have an issue with, where's my old light? I can't get these people to call me back. So I don't know what's going on with that. But we do have an issue with this angle on this right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's extreme. Extreme. And I don't know what to do about it. So I started looking around and I noticed that there's no bracket from the frame to the body. And the gap, I don't know if I filmed this. If I film that, I'll put it in, because I did the gap on the bottom and it's messed up. And then I did the little looky-loo in here, and I'm not sure if this is supposed to be bolted straight to the frame, or if there's supposed to be a block of wood in there. I know that these 72-inch long bolts, lag bolts here, are not supposed to be involved. So we're probably going to loosen these up. I'm going to take those off for a minute and a half and put the proper frames, bracketries on there, which normally would be these square-holed ones that don't match. I don't know why I thought I had a pair that matched, but they're exactly the same length as the ones. They're the same length, the same height. They just have square holes. Pretty sure it's the same height. Yeah, same height. So I'm going to go with the round ones. Those two appear to match. And then these two, yep, those two have got the little notch cut out of them for whatever reason. I'm also told they're all the same, so we're going to put them on. Not sure which side is for which. Man, it is cold in here. I think this is going to be this side. And I think it goes on the outside here. So this goes here. This one goes on this side. And of course I didn't think to put this on before I put this stinking starter in. So that's going to be fun. Alright, so I think there's a hole. Oh, wait a minute. I can see the holes. Over here. I can see the two holes right there. Too low. It's not only too low, but it's also too far back. That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, that's still riveted on, so that's still haven't seen hide nor hair of the replacement starter that now we don't need. I think this is supposed to be over here. A little stress off that mag wire. I guess we don't need to use those per se. There's one. I wonder if we got 4 of these for the frame. I'm going to have to go buy bolts. This is not going to be fun working around that starter. I'm kind of stalling here because that's where the heat comes out and it's blowing this way. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I'm cold. Oh, this is not going to be fun, I'll tell you that right now. I'm probably not even going to film it because there's going to be a lot of cuss words. I got to get somehow to here. Twice. So here's where we're at. I have had to take out all the hardware holding the body on the frame. I'd say quarter inch further back than we're supposed to be. Yeah. So we need to, if you can see that better or not, I had to put a long bolt in here because the bolts I was using aren't long enough. have, I think we have enough room inside. So what I'm hoping to do here is I'm hoping to use these, the long ones on the top that we're putting in, if I can get them to go in, because the holes don't line up. They're also, the nose is just a hair down from where it's supposed to be. Okay. Going in higher. I'm hoping to use these top long bolts to draw the body forward and put it where it's supposed to be, because it is not where it's supposed to be. Half inch. What the hell? Always stuck on. I need a bigger building. I need a bigger toolbox. I've loosened everything up. I had a crowbar. Where the crowbar went, it's not in my hand anymore. There it is. Maybe it'll move on its own. No. Nope. Alright, so I guess we'll do the bottom ones. See if we can pull it that way. But I think we're going to need longer bottom ones. Yep. Can't get those on. All the hardware I picked is no good. It appears that the body is not in the right place. Oh, I got lucky. I got lucky on this side. It's like the bottom of this firewall is splayed out quite a bit. And the bolt's going in at an angle. That'd be nice when that, I'd be happy when that elbow heals. Good grief. Alright, let's see if we can get it. Ah, it went in. Just needed a little spin suasion. I'm writing a new dictionary. I'm making a new dictionary. If you like it, let me know. I think it moved. I think it moved. We'll find out in a minute. All of this for U joint. It's probably not even going to fix it. Yeah, well, you turn. Nope. Well, I got a quarter of a turn out of it, which is really all we need on normal days, but not every day is going to be normal. So we got issues. That bracket really tightened that up too. No more vibration. As you can see, we got this fixed. That's all welded on and looking fine. I wonder what that hole is for, or that one. They had something going through it. Okay, we're back to 6 volts, so I can uncork this. Didn't want to blow up a brand new regulator. out first because we are live. Okay. See if that works next. Really, we got to get that working. You can't adjust the mixture. You can't start it when it's cold. You can't run it when it's warm. We definitely got to fix that problem. It looks to me like that is one really tall needle and seat post. I think we got shorter ones. I think on the vaporizer, and if I hadn't sent this guy's home with him, I'd have it in here to check. It's in storage and it's 10 degrees out and dark, and there's my battery for the lights, so that ain't happening right now. So I know the plan was, when the starter issue all started, was to get on the bands, but it's easier with 2 people, and I'm waiting for Abby, and I know you love to see her, so we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for her. I can stick my finger in here, so the whole body is over. Well, the steering column's over from where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I loosened all these up, so there's supposed to be a block of wood in there. Here too. Supposed to be a block of wood in there. And there's supposed to be another set in the rear. What's this? Any carburetor parts? Nope. Spare gas cap. I guess I could put this board back in. That fell down here too. Yeah, everything's falling off this package tray. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can get this seat back in. Oh, I wonder if there's anything in that bag. Did we look in that bag? Headlight bulbs, brass. What is that for? Finding treasures here. Well, there's the brass gas line crap that we're not using because it's terrible. Don't need those. What are the odds? Nope. Well, any new parts in here? Nope. Nothing we need. Okay. The only other option I have. That's the only option I have is to lower this. If I lower it, reduce the angle, maybe it'll work right. No, before I start cutting up on a brand new carburetor, take a trip out tomorrow. Christmas Eve. Take a trip out tomorrow and see if, how does this keep getting moved? Every time I come over here, I move this back, and it's supposed to be like that. Okay. Oh wait, we got more. This says brake rod stuff, so we got more goodies to go through. Radiator stuff. Let's see what's in here. I don't know what that came off of. Looks like it might have come off of that camera. Oh, it just tore my nail. That was weird. I don't see anything missing. Okay. Not what we need. Not what we need today. This is what we need tomorrow. There's more stuff. I knew there was more stuff around here. Fuel line. Trunk latch. That is going to come in handy, I think. I believe that's a countersinker. For those. Try it. More parts in here. Nope, not what we need. Not what we need. I'm going to set that aside in case it becomes obvious. I'll put it right there for now. Guess we go back to the computer and see if there is a lower one. Well, this is going to be great footage. This is going to be the most boring video ever. Me looking for crap. Well, at least we get your brackets in. Firewall brackets in. That'll slow down a squeak.